Yeah, they price gouging everybody. That's what's going on. Hi. Oh, airport police. They don't mess with me no more because they know who the hell I am. Yeah, they ain't messing with me because I ain't done nothing. I can tell them I have a freedom of speech. I can say what I want to say, and everything I'm saying, people want to hear me. I got people coming up to me saying, thank you for talking about what you're talking about, because you're right. Because everybody trying to figure out how these people getting away with this illegal stuff. And they thinking it's the government doing it to them, and it's not. It's the people at these banks. It's the people working for the IRS. It's the people working for Social Security. They are the ones that's committing all these frauds against the United States government. Yeah, because the government ain't sanctioned them to do the shit they doing. They doing it because they can. Yeah, these people who are working, these regular workers that work at these IRS and Social Security, they are the ones deciding not to do the right thing. And they know half of the people that's waiting for their disability is out here homeless. They know it. That's why I got upset at what the newscaster said. There's a lot of mentally ill people and vets out here. What that'll tell you? They're not getting their benefits. How you gonna get mad at a disabled vet and somebody that's disabled and say, well, they homeless because they disabled? And I just got through talking about how there's a regular middle class people that's homeless, and you know they homeless because you know it was a foreclosure issue in this country. Where you think them people went? Half of them still homeless from 10 years ago. Because it's hard to dig yourself out the hole. Because like I said earlier, when they foreclose on you, if you wait till the last minute and you don't move out yourself, the movers come and take your shit. Yeah, so a lot of people that got foreclosed on, they don't have anything. They started all over again. And it's very difficult to get back on your feet. Especially if you're disabled because you don't have no income. So you can't get an apartment because you don't have 3 times the rent. And you damn sure ain't going to have 3 times the rent on any disability out here in LA. Because the rent is $2,000 for a 1-bedroom. So that means you need to be making at least $6,000 a month. The minimum wage is $14 or $15 an hour. That's why I said Eric Garcetti made it to where they had a cap on the rent. So they can't increase it no more, but he didn't lower it. He didn't make them lower the rent that they already charging everybody as high. He made it stable so they can keep on charging the same rent they've been charging. They really can't charge no more than what they're charging. So to put the cap on it, it's already too late. Because they're charging too much. They can't start charging $3,000 a month. Ain't nobody going to be living there. Because really ain't nobody making that much. So everything is a fraud. Everything they're doing within this government, all these politicians, all these people on the news, they are committing fraud and they're lying to people intentionally. Yeah, they're lying to people. Because they putting out these false narratives like that news came out here and made that report and sat up here and talked about the homeless people like everybody homeless is mentally ill or criminals, because that's what the other thing they said. They start bringing up the reports of these fake police reports, and I said, well, damn, these bitches is lying on me up in here, so I know they lying on these other people. But these police is supposedly still taking the same police reports that's used and to give the little statistics so they can make it look bad. Yeah, they trying to make it look bad. Make it look like people's out here doing all kind of crazy stuff. Ain't nobody doing nothing to nobody. They homeless. They trying to stay out the way. And that's why they so surprised that I'm sitting here running my mouth in front of everybody and I'm not scared of them because I know my rights. And I know that if I talk about it enough, somebody with some sense is going to hear me and they're going to help me do what I need to do. And give somebody the information that can take it somewhere and do something with it. But I know Trump ass want it. Because like I said, I know they're looking at me because I done already contacted his ass. And I know he don't want to pay no damn taxes either, because taxes is illegal according to the Constitution. That means everybody working at the IRS is committing fraud. Yeah. They're working for IRS. It's a private organization that's acting like it's a part of the federal government, and it's not. Just like the Federal Reserve Bank is not a part of the federal government. It's just named that. It's a private bank owned by these wealthy elites around the world. That's how they're keeping everybody enslaved. They fluctuate the money. Yeah, they make everything expensive. That's how they mess with the money. I don't care what they say the value of the dollar bill. I care how much they say the food is. And like I said, Dunkin' Donuts down there is charging $11 for a regular sandwich on regular bread. Tuna fish sandwich at that. Ain't even no turkey or no chicken or nothing good, no roast beef. For real, they charging $4-5 for a cup of coffee. Yeah, all over the city they charge different stuff in the same restaurants. I done figured that out too. You go to Santa Monica, you go to McDonald's, everything is more expensive. Yeah. If you up in here in this airport, you buy some coffee from Starbucks, you're going to pay more than what you're paying out in the streets. And you're not going to get no free refill. Well, the refills ain't free, they're 50 cents, but you're not going to get that up in this airport. Because they're gouging everybody. And you know a lot of people stuck here. So they're making them pay more than what the stuff is worth, which is most of the problem in this country. Everybody paying $5,000 for a pair of shoes or a dress or whatever, and I'm talking about some of these damn famous people. Yeah, these famous people. These famous people getting shit for free from these designers. And the designer said, well, this dress is worth $50,000. I'm going to let Kim Kardashian wear it, and then I'm going to sell it to somebody for $50,000. Or I'm going to make some little generic versions of it, sell it for $500. Still ain't worth it. Because they probably got it made in another country for 10 cents. Just like them damn Nikes and Jordans and shit. They ain't worth nothing. And somebody in another country is suffering because the American people want to spend all this extra money on stuff that is not worth nothing. That's why I say this issue is a global issue that's coming out of America, because the military, the only reason why the people in the military is because they're getting paid a check. And this corporation is bankrupt.
I came in late.
That's why they operating on Federal Reserve notes, which is fraudulent money. Because according to the Constitution, silver and gold are the only form of currency that's supposed to be used here. And the silver standard was taken in 1977, and the gold standard was taken in 1933. They made all the citizens of this country give their gold to the government. They made them. So my grandparents, they had to give up all their gold. Your grandparents had to give up all their gold so that the company could try to get itself out of bankruptcy. And it's all these years later, and they're not out of the bankruptcy. They're more in debt. And they ain't paid us back nothing. Who gold you think was underneath them Twin Towers? That's our gold. So we operating off of monopoly money when the real money's sitting somewhere else. And we playing in somebody else's Disneyland. Yeah, they done made this their Disneyland, and they got fake money for us to use. And they done spread this Disneyland all over the world. Yeah, they're around the world cutting down forests. They're cutting down the Amazon. People live there. That's what democracy is. They want to come in and fuck up everybody's damn land, fuck up everybody's shit. That's why nobody want to deal with demonocracy. It's true. Don't nobody want to deal with that shit. Fake ass monetary system and a bunch of bullshit ass politicians, because that's what the fuck come with democracy. So I'm making these videos because I'm about to send it to you damn newscasters and to you people out here. And I want to see if you take the information and put it out there on the news, since you didn't learn something that's already been out in the public since the beginning of this country. That's what I want to see, if your newscasters going to report the right thing and explain what the real homeless situation is. Because it's very rich. I mean, meaning it's complicated. Because it has a whole lot of different ways you can see the situation. And the news is trying to report it one way because they want it to go global. And they want people to feel like these homeless people is homeless because they're crazy. That's what they want. They want people to know that they putting folks out on the streets illegally, like they illegally evicted me and multiple other people. A lot of people that's out here that told me they got illegally evicted. They went home, like I went home and then my stuff was sitting outside. Yeah, I went somewhere and came back and my stuff was sitting outside. That's how I got evicted. And I walked off with what I could carry in my bags that I felt was important. And that's how I ended up in California. And a whole lot of other people ended up here the same way. Because everybody know it's warm here in California. Don't nobody want to freeze to fucking death in their damn home state. And said all the people that came down here to be homeless, Eric Garcetti, and got all this damn money, he ain't doing what the fuck he's supposed to do with it. Yeah, what the fuck is he doing? How long he gonna make somebody sleep on a motherfucking street or sleep on a fucking bench or sleep on the floor in the airport before he crack open that motherfucking bank account he got? Huh? That's what I want to know, Eric Garcetti. When the fuck is you gonna release this motherfucking money? Yeah. You participated in the fraud, you fuck face. Yes, fucker. You participating with the fraud. That's why I'm cussing your bitches out. Because you're not used to nobody talking to you like the fucking dogs you are. Because that's what the fuck you are. You're responsible for the people in that fucking city and you're not doing your motherfucking job. And you up on the news talking about you need more federal funds from Trump. That's why I hope he put his foot up your ass. And he probably will. Because they need to. Because like I said, it's more than just this country that's suffering from the problems going on here. So it's a lot of other countries looking at this shit. The UN is looking at this shit. Yeah, I didn't contact the Chinese president, the Mexican president, and the Russian president and let them know what I done seen over here and what's going on for real. Because I realized that the people who are in America in power and authority are not going to help us. So it may take somebody foreign to come in here and put foot in ass. Yeah, that's what we're supposed to do. That's what a republic means. If the government get out of control, you put a foot up their ass. And you don't ask them, you tell them to do something. And if they don't do it, you put a foot in their ass. Because they're employees. Yeah, they took an oath to uphold the Constitution for America, the United States of America. And they violating their oath. That means they committing treason. Because I didn't take no motherfucking oath. Because I don't work for the city. Yeah. Essentially, all the politicians, all the lawyers, all the doctors, and all the police officers, all the bankers, all these mortgage brokers, these loan officers, escrow officers, title reps, they all committed fraud. Yes, they committed fraud. But let's take it out of the title company people and just deal with the public servants. They're violating the Constitution. And it says that in the Constitution they have to either pay a fine of $10,000 or be hung by the neck until death if they do something against the Constitution. Ain't nobody want no money from their ass. They keep their fucking money. They need the other goddamn punishment. Because people is dying out here in the streets. Yeah, people is dying. From disease, from other people killing their ass because they're out here wide open, exposed.
Smoking is permitted in designated areas only.
Yeah.
Refrain from smoking while walking.
I watch people sleeping in the airport because the police is walking around. They ain't got to worry about nobody fucking with them. Except for the goddamn employees. And they making an effort to mess with the homeless people. Because they messing with me. And I done proved it by how many times that they called the police on me for nothing. I done proved it. It's on the record. Yeah, that's why I'm telling them. I already contacted LAPD and let them know. Whatever you want to know, I'm going to tell your ass about what's going on in this airport because I'm sure they don't know. Because the airport got its own illegal ass police. Yeah, they doing illegal activity in here. They taking people to damn mental hospitals. Yeah. The police ain't supposed to be doing that shit.
Regulations require that baggage.
They done made this some little punk ass 5150 law in the state so they can do what they want to people for 3 days. And sometimes it only takes 3 days to mess you up.
To an airline representative or law enforcement officer.
Yeah, but I don't.
That's how you get PTSD when somebody lock your ass up somewhere where you ain't supposed to be against your will. Because you got upset and you got loud. And these people want to act like you saying something that don't make no sense. There's a lot of crazy people out in this state, and all of them ain't homeless. But there's a lot of homeless people that's not crazy. I was reading something, a lady said it's about 2/3 of the people homeless are crazy. And I'm like, no, 2/3 of the people that you looking at that's homeless is crazy. That you sitting out here in these weird ass areas where the crazy people be at. The people that I'm looking at ain't nothing wrong with it because they can hold a conversation.
Please take a moment to ensure that the
Yeah,
bag you
they
claim
can hold a conversation with it, man. That means there ain't nothing wrong with them.
the tag on your wallet.
They stressed out. How would you feel if you was sleeping out in the streets? How long would you be able to sit up and have a smile on your face? And you sitting up listening to all these fuckers walking around your ass every day? It's true. I'm just saying it the way it is. If you're homeless, your ass is exposed to everybody every time. You don't have no privacy. You don't have no privacy if you're homeless. Everybody's looking at your ass when you're sleeping. When you go to the bathroom, you got to use a public bathroom where everybody be in. You're not really taking a shower every day like you need to. You're depressed, you're stressed out, and you got people walking by you like they don't see you.
I need to find out how early they open.
That's what they do to people who they see as homeless. They walk by them like they're not there. And it's hundreds of people walking by you like they don't see you suffering. You might start talking to yourself eventually because ain't nobody else talking to you. But that don't make you crazy. That make you lonely with all kind of people around you. Yeah, that's what it feel like. You're out here, you don't have no money, you're hungry. You go into these stores, and then you find out these people throwing their food away after they get off work, but they really ain't throwing it away. They taking it home to their home. And they know your ass is hungry right now, and they know they got food in their refrigerator, but they still gonna take that stuff home instead of give it to somebody that need it. Or they take it to the shelter, so all the members of the shelter that run it can take it home to their family, because they're really not giving a good shit to the people who are homeless, because they not there during the day. And ain't nobody about to carry no food around with them. Yeah, I'm telling the truth. Just like people donating to Goodwill. Goodwill charging damn $7 and $8 for a fucking t-shirt like they paid for it. They getting donations.
after that, it's
Yeah, that's why the president of Goodwill need his ass kicked in front of everybody. Hell yeah. He making a whole lot of money. Ain't no rich people shopping at Goodwill. It's poor people shopping at Goodwill. So why they got the fucking prices so high? So he making all his money off of poor people from the donations that rich people then gave to them. This is why the system is broken. Yeah, because these shelters be lying. When I first got out here, I called about 45 different shelters in this state or in this area. I don't know the state that well. Different cities around LA and surrounding areas. You know what they say is full. And then you run around LA and you meet somebody else homeless and they tell you no. They just say that. It be empty. I was just there 2 weeks ago. It was 30 empty beds there. That's what's going on. All these entities that set up to help people who don't have nothing are actually taking advantage of the people and making up weird rules. Yeah, like Union. I'm gonna give you an example. There's people that sleep in Union Station. Union Station closed down at 2 o'clock in the morning, and they open back up at 4. They make all the homeless people leave the area, and other people too. That's why I think they participate in the organ harvesting too. Could there be people waiting for their train or whatever? You know, they might have got in late or whatever. There's people that's coming in through that Union Station, and I seen it with my own eyes. They making people travel, leave the station. They said, no, you can't sit outside because there's chairs outside, benches. They said, no, you got to go in the streets. So they're making people that's traveling, they might have got off the mega bus or something because it come up there in the Union Station. The other bus, the Zigzag, is something like that. I can't remember what it's called. It pick you up off of Hugo Chavez Boulevard, which is like 1 block away from, or across the street from Union Station, because Union Station run like a whole block or 2 or something. They putting people out. There's a prison about 3 blocks from Union Station where they release the prisoners at the same time, because they're releasing the prisoners at 2 in the morning. I seen that with my own eyes too. Yeah, because you got to stand out there in the middle of the night. Ain't nobody about to sleep at 4 in the morning. They sitting out there in Union Station with all them crazy people. I was out there one time, and I was looking for a charger, because what they've done in Union Station is they've taken all the plugs, outlets out of the station. Yeah, because I'm asking questions, talking shit all over this city. I'm finding out what the fuck is going on. I asked them, why you guys don't have no plugs? They said they took the plugs out because they don't want the homeless people charging their phones in Union Station. So all these people traveling that's coming to Union Station, they can't charge their phone because the city want to make it to where you can't charge your phone in Union Station.
just PayPal.
Yeah. You can get stuck in Union Station. I've been stuck there a few times. You can get stuck in Santa Monica. You can get stuck in any of these cities where the end of the bus line is or the end of the train line is. Especially if you mess around and fall asleep on the train. Because when you're homeless, you can't sleep nowhere, so you sleep everywhere when you can. You cat nap. Yeah, nobody's sleeping for real in these damn chairs. You can't sleep. They're getting like 2-hour naps and waking up. Then they go and doing something. They find somewhere to sit down. They go take another 2-hour nap or 15-minute nap or whatever they can take. Yeah, because you can't sleep nowhere. You can't go up at Starbucks and take no nap. You can't go in no library and take no nap. You can't go nowhere. The police will fuck with you. They come and tap your ass and wake you up. Because they've been trained to fuck with people. Because they don't want the homeless people having no peace. Because like I said, it's already too much stress on somebody, let alone to be getting harassed because you're trying to take a nap because your ass can't even keep your eyes open because you've been up for 4 or 5 days. Contemplating in your mind over and over again how you got in this fucking situation and who the hell you need to fuck up to get out of it. At least that's what the hell I be thinking about. And I done figured it out. It's these damn politicians and these government officials, and it's just that damn simple. And everybody that fuck with them real tough, like the news reporters, CNN, Fox News, all your fuckers is full of shit. And you're running game. And I hope them motherfuckers from these foreign governments fuck y'all asses up. Yeah, everybody gonna have to pay. Time of judgment is upon the United States of America. Yeah, time of judgment is here. Everybody that got Jesus in their life ain't concerned. Everybody that got Jesus in their life is not concerned about what happened, that they happy, because that means they about to be free. Everybody in the city of Los Angeles that they praise the devil, because that's what they doing. They all they sold their soul, because they see these celebrities selling their soul, they think they about to get rich. Yeah, they selling their soul for a Happy Meal. Yeah, they're selling their soul so they can keep their little minimum wage job and get a little cut from the little fraud they doing. And the scams they running on everybody. Yeah, I'm going to start documenting this. I'm going to start, whenever I see one of these fuckers start acting stupid and talking crazy to somebody, I'm going to start recording it. Yeah, because y'all need to see what's really going on out here. Because you believe in these damn people, these, I don't even know what the hell they are, other than employees making these damn false reports. You believe in it. Yeah, the police ain't even doing their job in investigating whether the stuff these folks are saying is happening or not. Yeah, because they got cameras right here. They can see whether it happens or not. Yeah, they can see whether whatever these people are saying to the police. You know, they can see whether it's the truth. They can see whether these homeless people are really doing what they say. But they're not doing that. And I know because how they treating me. They coming over to me telling me, well, you did this and you did that. I said, no, I didn't. It didn't happen like that. And you know it because your ass is watching it on the motherfucking film like everybody else. Yeah, that's why that's how they making people mad. That's why people wigging out on their asses. How would you feel if somebody walked up to you, somebody in a fake-ass police uniform walked up to you, talking about somebody said you was going to kill yourself, so we going to take your ass up out of here? Shit. It's my body. If I want to kill myself, I can.
I'm going to put you on because this thing's coming.
They trying to kill me anyway. They got me out here in the streets. I guess they don't want me to kill myself because they might want to take something out of my body and use it. Because they sure act like they own me. But that's why they took me to the mental hospital. Because they claim, like I said, they don't get no names. Like they supposed to, like the regular police. They don't never give you the name of the person that supposedly made the complaint. That's how you know the complaint is false. Yeah, they never tell you the name of who's doing it. Who's calling? They just said, we got a tip. You ain't get no fucking tip. Yeah, they be lying. They be coming fucking with people. I done met a lot of people that say that they were basically gang stalked until they had to end up in this airport. That's how they got here. Hi, little baby. You so pretty. Hi, baby. Ha ha. Little baby. Walk by. Everyone's rolling by. Yeah.